Equality consecrate. Wow. That's excessive. Humility. Okay. Okay. Lower the arena? No, it's fine. I can take a hit. Lower the arena stops true silver hits. It's better than taking one hit from that. Drew a bubble. Blessing was. Did he just go face? He just lost the game. Yeah, he needs Deathwing, basically. Oh my god, he has Deathwing. Okay. I guess I lose. Ah, bore. Lucky Fleck, dude. I got Equality Consecrated and Deathwinged. Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. So as you've seen, Deathwing is not very kind to me, especially in Arena. Now, the way Arena goes is, you don't always get what you want, and sometimes you get Deathwing besides like a Millhouse Manastorm and a Lorewalker Cho, and you have to pick Deathwing, and very often this has been the case for me because I've played Arena a lot of times, and usually when this is the case, I have Deathwing, and it's a piece of crap. I don't know if it's the fact that the other players watch my stream, or I play way too defensively, not YOLO enough, go into the face, and just dropping it because I'm completely screwed in the middle of the game. But in any case, it's one of those things that, when you're analyzing what's going on, as I did in the game that you guys just saw, you know that the absolute only way that the opponent can bring back the game, or in some cases, specifically this one which you just saw, win the game, is with Deathwing. And, I don't say that very frequently. This time it happened to be exactly the case. But in general, it's kind of missed. And it's kind of become a card that really gets on my nerve because it's a card I hate to have because it never actually works for me. For some reason, every time I have Deathwing, my opponent just kills it. And whenever I'm playing against it, it always works. I don't know. So what I want to talk about today is how to punish this really, really annoying card. Now, in Arena, people run hard removal and that kind of stuff, and more or less it does the job, but what's really irritating about it to begin with is the fact that, it gets dropped and you lose all your shit. And being dropped to begin with is largely the problem. I mean, if Deathwing was just a 12/12 with no battle cry for 10, I wouldn't exactly care too much in most cases. And that kind of may seem a little bit odd, but in Arena, you're usually the one with a bunch of creatures if you're winning. And if you play the 12/12 without taunt for all their mana, it doesn't matter what cards they have in their hand. It's irrelevant. So this is what you do to hunt down the Deathwing. There are a few cards that work very well against Deathwing, and there are cards that people don't really regard very highly, especially in Arena. And I'll start with the first, which doesn't really abide by these terms, is Freezing Trap. As it turns out, when someone attacks with Deathwing and Deathwing becomes 12 to cast when it's back in their hand, you can't actually get to 12 mana. The only way you could cast Deathwing again is if you had 2 pint-sized summoners out, and that's a little bit ridiculous. We're not really going to see that. So you got that. You got the little, the little guy, the Mana Wraith, which increases the mana cost of all minions by 1. As it turns out, this card makes me feel a little bit safe at night, because when I'm winning, when I'm monstrously ahead and I'm about to kill the opponent, and it's those situations, again, where the only card that they could really draw and play and come back in the game is Deathwing, well, Mana Wraith says, well, 10 mana is not enough. And the game disagrees with that, so Deathwing's not being played for 11. The other card that kind of works in a similar way is the Nerobar Weblord. I just thought I'd mention this card because originally when it came out, it was played in Arena a little bit. People regard it as fairly successful. I've seen it played in Constructed. It is the 2 mana 1/4 that makes creatures with Battle Cry cost, I believe, 2 extra mana. It's played in Miracle Rogue, it's played in a few decks, and I believe it was quite quickly abandoned, and this is largely because 1/4 is not particularly good in terms of stats, and, well, it can be kind of annoying because everyone's playing Loatheb, everyone's playing a few other cards that are pretty useful, that have battle cries on your own field, so it kind of hurts you a little bit unless you're playing some niche deck I haven't heard of. And in Arena, it's usually about getting multi-purpose creatures, so it kind of hurts you a little bit, but it is a Deathwing deterrent. And what I'm really trying to get at is, life for me with Deathwing is very hard. And when I play against Deathwing, it's also very hard. So what we can do as a team effort is specifically draft these fairly bad, not necessarily terrible, but fairly bad cards, just to make everyone out there who's playing Deathwing, make their lives really difficult, make them not able to play it, so they stop picking this card, so I stop losing games, and I stop being all salty and making, these type of videos where, I'm just really, really annoyed. Yep. Not salty. Well, it's Arena. What can you do? Deathwing, pretty disappointing way to lose, but that's the game. Hope you guys enjoy it. I know you guys enjoy my frustrations from time to time, and hopefully this is no exception. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow.